Hola, estudiantes. Today we're going to talk about ir plus a plus infinitive. So make sure you have your ir, a infinitive note guide available and that you're filling it out as we go through the PowerPoint. So we're going to review the verb ir. You already know the forms and you know how to use this verb somewhat, but we're going to have a new concept with it. Remember that ir means to go. Okay, don't get confused with the fact that ir can be a verb ending. For example, escribir ends in ir, and escribir means to write. But remember that ir by itself can also mean to go, and it's a very important verb for you to know, okay? It is irregular. You must memorize the forms. So let's go through the chart together, and then you can fill it out on your note guide. Okay, remember that yo voy means I go or I am going. Tu vas means you go or you are going. Usted va means you go or you are going, but that's formal. Él va means he goes or he is going. Ella va means she goes or she is going. Let's go to the plural side. Nosotros vamos or nosotras vamos means we go or we are going. Ustedes van means you all go or you all are going. And ellos and ellas van means they go or they are going. So at this point, let's pause the video and fill in the forms of the verb ir in the chart for part A. Okay, so we also have a little bit of information that's useful below here. It says use ir to say where someone goes or is going. That's review. You already know that. Okay, you've already learned how to say things like voy a la clase, I'm going to class. However, there's a new use. It says also use ir to say that someone is going to do something. All right, so we haven't practiced this yet, so you're going to learn this construction today. Pause the video again this time and fill out the information below the chart on part A. All right, there's some information on this slide that we'll use to finish up part A of the note guide, but let's go through and discuss it. It says use ir plus a plus infinitive to say that someone is going to do something in the near future. You cannot leave out the a. All right, so just a couple reminders here. An infinitive is a verb that is not conjugated. Okay, so if you look at these sentences below, we have an infinitive here and an infinitive here. Okay, notice that they are not conjugated. They've been left in their simplest form. Okay, to return, devolver, and firmar, to sign. Let's look at the example sentences and break it down so that we understand how to use this construction. It says, los estudiantes van a devolver los libros, which means the students are going to return the books. Okay, so notice what we've done here is we've taken the verb ir and we've conjugated it according to the subject. Okay, so los estudiantes is like saying ellos, so we use van. We must include a, and then the verb infinitive to follow to say what it is that they're going to do. All right, so devolver must stay in its infinitive form. All right. Yo voy a firmar el documento means I'm going to sign the document. Again, we've conjugated ir, voy. We must include a following that conjugation of ir. And then finally, we need the verb infinitive to say what it is I'm going to do. All right, so go ahead and pause the video again and finish part A of the note guide with the information from this slide. Practiquemos, let's practice. It says fill in the first blank with the correct form of the verb ir, the second with a, and the infinitive in the third to say what these people are going to do. All right, so notice I have 3 blanks here, okay, because this is a 3-part construction. We have our subject, so we'll conjugate the verb ir. Okay, the yo form of ir is voy, so the first blank would be voy. We must always include a as the second part, okay, and then finish up with the infinitive. To walk would be caminar, so yo voy a caminar al centro means I'm going to walk downtown. All right, pause the video at this time and fill in 2 through 6. Okay, let's check our answers. So for número 2, we should have nosotros vamos a pedir el postre. Notice we've conjugated ir because nosotros is the subject. We must include a. Remember, you cannot leave that out. And then pedir is to order. So we are going to order dessert. 3. Juan va a tomar un taxi. Means that Juan is going to take a taxi. Again, Juan is the subject, so we conjugate ir according to he. You must include a in the second blank, and tomar is to take. Okay, 4. Ellos van a encontrar el baño means they're going to find the bathroom. We've conjugated ir according to ellos, van. Then we follow with a. And finally, the verb infinitive encontrar is to find. ¿Tú vas a ver una película? Are you going to watch a movie? Again, we've conjugated ir according to to. We have a in the second blank, and ver means to watch or to see. And finally, usted va a dejar una propina? Are you going to leave a tip? Okay, so usted was the subject. We conjugated ir and va. The second blank is a, and dejar is to leave. All right, so for the last part, it says translate these sentences to Spanish using the ir plus a plus infinitive construction. We'll do the first one together. All right, the waiter, it doesn't indicate if it's male or female, so usually I go masculine when I don't know for sure, but you could use either. So for the waiter here, we could use el mesero or el camarero. Is going to serve, that's where we come up with the ir a infinitive construction, okay? So is going, we would conjugate ir according to the waiter. So we need va, el mesero va. Remember, a must always follow, and then to serve is servir. So el mesero va a servir, and then the drinks would be las bebidas. El mesero va a servir las bebidas. All right, pause the video and see if you can do 2 through 4 by yourself, and then we'll check. Okay, so we have they are going to sleep now. All right, so they is ellos. Going to would be va. We must include a after the form of ir. And dormir is to sleep. Ahora is now. Ellos van a dormir ahora. They are going to sleep now. Okay, so I'm going to pay with cash. Again, I'm going would be yo voy. We must include a. And then the verb infinitive to pay, pagar, con dinero en efectivo. I'm going to pay with cash. Finally here, and I want you to pay close attention to this one, we are going to go to the concert. Oftentimes we forget that ir means to go by itself. So in this sentence we said we are going, which would be nosotros vamos. We must include a, and then the verb infinitive, which would be to go, ir al concierto. I also want to remind you here, notice that we have a contraction. Remember, a plus el contracts to form al. In this sentence, we are going to go to the concert. To would be a. El concierto is the concert, so we must contract to form al. All right, write any questions you may have on your note guide and make sure that you ask them as soon as class begins. There will be a 5-point mini quiz the next day at the beginning of class. Please take the initiative to watch the video more than once in order to fully and completely understand the content covered in the video and or to clear up any confusion. At this time, please make sure that you mark any questions or confusion on Part D of your note guide. Adios!